All right, what's new? What's new? Back with another pick of the day. This one we got the Los Angeles Clippers going to Phoenix to take on the Suns. This is game one of the Western Conference Finals. Strangely, we got a game one of the Western Conference Finals happening before game seven of the Eastern semis. Very strange, but it is what it is. This game's in a few hours. It's at 1 p.m. for me, but I got some time, so I'm going to take it. And I got a pick that I'm fairly confident in. I never believe in locks. I don't really use that terminology. Nothing's a lock in my mind, but I got a pick that I'm pretty confident in, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And obviously the story coming in this game is obviously gonna be the injuries. You have the Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. He's likely gonna miss the rest of the playoffs, and then you have the Suns with Chris Paul. He's out due to health and safety protocols, and he's missing this game. I would expect him to return at some point in the series. Ultimately, I fully expect the Suns to win the series. It obviously depends on Chris Paul. But if he's making it back and the Clippers are not going to have Kawhi, with what I saw from the Suns, what I'm saying, throughout these playoffs, just the way they move the ball, just the way they play offense, I like them to win the series, barring Chris Paul, or depending on Chris Paul. But in this game, since they don't have Chris Paul, you're gonna give me the Clippers, with the points. The Suns are currently favored by 4, and I'm gonna be going with the Clippers, just because the Clippers have shown that they can actually win without their guy. They've shown that they can win without Kawhi. In fact, some would even argue that they've looked better without him. Whereas the Suns, we've seen them without Chris Paul for a couple games in the Lakers series, and it did not look as good. Chris Paul is definitely, in my mind, the engine that runs it all. He's the guy that makes this offense look so smooth. He's the guy that he's the point guard, man. He's the point guard. So in my mind, man, the Suns haven't shown me that they can really win without Chris Paul. They haven't shown me they can move the ball as well. I'm going with the Clippers here. Suns are just gonna have to prove it to me, man. That's how I'm looking at it. Plus, you're gonna give me the points to take the Clippers in a potentially close game. We really don't know how this game's gonna go out. It's game one. Um, there's obviously a rest factor. What I'm saying? Like I said, that could make you want to pick the Suns, but you're really relying on Devin Booker for one. Devin Booker to go off. You're expecting McCall Bridges and Jay Crowder to step up. And who's going to be setting those guys up? That's my only question. So, Cameron Payne, he's played well, but he's not Chris Paul. I'm going with the Clippers here. They just shown me more without their guy. They are coming off of a huge high. They've won 4 straight, so there could be a letdown here. But in my mind, if you ask me, I like the Clippers to jump out here and get a game 1 win. I might even throw a little bit on the money line for the Clippers, in addition to the +4, because you're going to get that great value. And I think the Clippers can win this game. And the Clippers really don't want to start another series 0-1, 0-2. They don't want to start another series where they're down. I think they want to switch it up here and actually get a lead in the series for once. You know what I'm saying? Where they don't always have to come from behind in these playoffs. So with that being said, man, going with the Clippers. They've just shown me more without their guy. Simple as that. And you're giving me the points. That's really the logic I'm thinking with. I'm willing to take my chances. Devin Booker could come out and go crazy. Cameron Payne can step in nicely, and maybe he can run the offense well. But I'm going with the Clippers, man. Clippers +4. That'll be my pick. We'll see what happens.